Let's get started. Welcome, everybody. I'm going to first of all address a question that Tricia requested, and that was if I could explain the script as written. Now, not everybody likes the answer because we believe that we have some form of, we must have some form of free will, and that you're making up your life as you go along, and there's a bit of a paradox in the whole experience. So when the course says that the script is written, you need to understand the context that it says it in. First of all, as soon as the dream began, the dream ended, and it took a fraction of a moment in illusory time. But in our understanding of time, the universe is 16.4 billion years old. Mankind has been on this planet for the last 36,000 years. The Bible is roughly 4,000 years old if you take the Old Testament, maybe even 6. The New Testament, 2,020 years old, unless you consider that it was actually put together in the Council of Nicaea in 325 AD, which means then it's roughly 1,700 years old. So we appear to travel through time, and therefore there must be some sort of plan. Now, there is no such thing as an untimely death. Before you come into form as spirit being in the spirit world, which is the first dream, where we dream up the first idea of separation, where the self has fallen asleep and is dreaming a dream of separation. That first separation is as energy vessels or energy beings or spirit beings, for want of another word. And so the spirit world is the first step of the dream. Because there's less duality in just energy and energy forms or thought form, we have then projected into a physical reality. And that physical reality we call planet Earth, or the universe as we experience it. And before we come into this world, into physical world, we plan our lives in absolute detail. From the day you're born to the day you die, and all the experiences in between, who you're going to meet, who you're going to marry, who you're going to have as children, who you've chosen as your parents, all the episodes of trauma and drama that happen in your life in order to assist you with the awakening, because the drama and the trauma is going to bring you to a place where you need to practice practical forgiveness. And from a place of practical forgiveness, the realization comes that you are the self, which is the Holy Son of God. And once you become willing to realize this, grace does the work. So there's very little you can do other than apply your willingness. Now, free will comes.
Is that what's called the Akasha Chronic or something like that?
Oh, forget about those words. There is no such thing as Akashic records. It's just human beings trying to give a name to something they do not understand. So Akashic records is just another spiritual bunny who has now conceived some sort of concept that there's some sort of record in a non-existent reality called the spirit world, because even that is false. So do not concern yourselves with the Pleiades or some other universe or some parallel universe or any of these mystical concepts that you cannot prove. Unless you've met someone like me who has physically died and has a recollection of the experience of the spirit world, which is, I guarantee you, is simply just another semi-awakened state of dreaming, it is absolutely meaningless. And what is the point that something is put on record if it doesn't really exist? So don't bother yourselves with another nonsensical, magical concept that is dreamt up by some spiritual bunny who wants to make themselves look special because they can tap into the Akashic records. As the Course clearly states, psychic phenomena is, in essence, trying to bring truth to this illusion and then combine truth and illusion. Let it all go. So the only real choice you have is the choice on how you choose to experience something. So whatever happens, your willingness to see it through forgiven eyes, for you to see it through the eyes of the true self, which is the Holy Son of God, is your real and only choice in this illusion. So that too is part illusion, but like forgiveness, when you choose to see something with forgiven eyes, in other words, with no judgment whatsoever, in simple observation of the reality of what you are, that is the closest you'll come to real choice in the world of separation or the separated self. For the rest of it, just give up on any idea that you have a choice in terms of what you're going to turn out to be, regardless of what you think you do in this world. What appears a seeming choice, in other words, whether you choose to have ice cream for dinner tonight or bratwurst and sauerkraut, that is no real choice. That is just choice and illusion, and therefore does not count as true choice. The closest you come to true choice is the choice, the only illusion which does not replicate and grow itself, and that is the choice to forgive and to see the world anew through forgiven eyes, which is given you through the grace of God. So I trust that answers, Trisha, your question on do we have a choice?